Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're gonna random, please don't give me Blue Baby Eve or Samson. Maggie, okay, that is the next worst option that we could possibly have, but Maggie's got her advantages as well. Again, to kind of recap how Isaac's been going lately, pretty darn good. It's been a while since I've had a run where I didn't at the very least make it down to the chest, and most of the time when I make it down to the chest, it ends up being reasonably successful, meaning we win, more or less. I can't remember if we won on the last run, but certainly we've had a pretty good run of form lately, and I'm hoping to continue that. Maggie, you know, it's an interesting mix here of the kind of vanilla-ish characters. Isaac, Maggie, Cain, and Judas. I'm trying to remember who got added, like, because it's been a while now. Eve was added in the Halloween update. Samson was added in the Wrath of the Lamb update. Was Blue Baby one of the vanilla characters? But anyway, of the 4 characters that you're going to get, like, right off the start of the game, Brother Bobby's actually a pretty solid upgrade for us here, for free at least. Maggie's probably my least favorite. I haven't played as Judas in a long time. He's obviously very high risk, high reward. Maggie's kind of like the opposite. She's like low risk, low reward, but the main benefit about her, in my opinion at least, is that, well, okay, starting with the Yum Heart is not necessarily bad, for sure, but the starting HP makes it a little bit more feasible to take deals with the devil that might otherwise not really be decent deals for you. Because you have more health, you can afford to maybe make a few more compromises in that regard, but whether or not that ends up working out for us, we'll see. The reason that Yum Heart is decent here, especially in the early game, obviously we'll try to replace it at some point, but is that we can do things like walk into this curse room and then not actually take any damage, even if there weren't any red hearts available on the level, which there totally are, so I actually will not use Yum Heart. Also, it's a great combination, or combining factor, I guess, to phrase it in the most awkward way possible, to use with early blood banks, but we're very unlikely to encounter one here unless we come across a temperance card or something. Anyway, it's the first floor. We don't need to get too far ahead of ourselves. We already got Brother Bobby, which is, you know, more or less a damage upgrade, I suppose, if you think about it, because, you know, he's just going to add, like, 1 tier to every second shot that we have, at least with our default rate of fire. And I say we just go fight the boss and leave this floor. I'm normally fairly tempted to use my, use a bomb to try to find the secret room, but there's a lot of possible locations here, and I've kind of learned my lesson looking for secret rooms on the first floor. That lesson, of course, being that don't look for secret rooms on the first floor unless you have a map or a Spelunker's hat or X-ray goggles, but that's not really looking for them then, is it? Oftentimes they end up being in very, it was really bad. They end up being in very unorthodox positions that really only serve to infuriate you and stymie your efforts to get extra gold, or extra money, I guess. Again, too much Hearthstone. But anyway, relatively okay fight against our Larry Jr. there. With 11 cents, I'm okay going down to the next floor. I did think about, you know, possibly using some of these bombs to get some of that money that was trapped behind rocks, but it's probably better to save these bombs. We'll likely be able to get to 15 cents on this floor anyway. We might not get another key, and we, of course, want to prioritize item rooms, sort of. I don't know. We'll see. First things first, we traded a bomb for a bomb and a spirit heart, which is an objectively awesome trade. There is... oh, yeah, that was terrible. There is a blood bank here, though. And that is very good news, and we got a dime, which is crazy good. Before I play the blood bank, I do kind of want to just see what's going on. That is 4 bombs. A double pack of bombs is something you don't see very often in Isaac, so I'm very pleased about that. We are up to 6 bombs now, so tinted rocks should not be an issue. There goes my spirit heart, because I'm dumb. But in any case, this chest was well worth opening either way. So with 21 cents, maybe we do want to prioritize the shop, actually. And the reason for that is that it's very, very unlikely, maybe even impossible, that we run into greed on the cellar part 2. I don't believe that greed even shows up till caves or catacombs. And we got another nickel as well. That is stupid and awesome. So at the very least, we should probably get one good use out of Yum Heart. And the way that we'll do that is just by playing the blood bank twice and then using Yum Heart. And the reason I say 1 is because I don't necessarily want to gamble on that blood bank too much until... I know if I'm going to be able to get some spirit hearts to kind of buoy my health up a little bit, or I know I'm going to live through the floor, or there's red hearts available. I don't want to accidentally kill myself using this blood bank, or contribute adversely to my death using this blood bank, which is something that's happened in the past on relatively consistent basis. Okay, that was scary, but we managed to make it through. I'm taking more damage than I'm comfortable with, but we have other advantages here. The fact that we have 2 keys and 29 cents on the first floor is really nice. So that map is kind of a no-brainer. I will buy the other key, and I realize I'm kind of going a little crazy here, but I'm going to buy the Spirit Heart as well, and the reason I'm buying the Spirit Heart is so that I can feel a little bit more comfortable playing the Blood Bank more often without dying. So in all likelihood, this will probably pay for itself with money, and if it doesn't pay for itself with money from the Blood Bank, then it'll pay for itself for sure, and then some with the HP plus speed upgrade. So we can also go to the secret room. Buying the map, especially considering the map was half price, was a no-brainer purchase, in my opinion. Early map allows you to, generate maybe as much as like 100 extra cents by the end of the game, plus maybe find some items. Who knows? So I'm not going to go to the Blood Bank straight away. I want to make sure the Yum Heart is charged up again, just in case. Oh my god, this awful damage that I'm taking. It would have actually been better to not buy the Spirit Heart until later, I guess. Yum Heart is not charged yet, but our item room contains Quad Shot, which is a crazy good item for us to pick up. Maybe we'll fight Mom, or sorry, not fight Mom, but we'll fight our boss. I got a little ahead of myself there. Get the Yum Heart charged, and then we'll, see where our health lies, and we'll come back and play the Blood Bank at least a couple of times, because we will have the Yum Heart available. But I also want to see if maybe I earn a deal with the devil here. I'm very pleased to be getting an orbital, and of course, the most important thing for us on this floor, unless something very surprising happens, is the fact that we've gotten Quad Shot, which is an excellent item here. There are kind of downsides to Quad Shot. For example, if you have Quad Shot and then you take, like, Mom's Knife, I believe it's actually... Your damage with Quad Shot and Mom's Knife is actually less than it would be if you didn't have Quad Shot. But anyway, I am probably going to play the Blood Bank a lot here. I'm feeling relatively confident, even though I've taken more damage than I should by several stretches of the imagination. But I'm doing it. We'll get some more money. That's one benefit, of course. But also, there's a fairly realistic chance that I could get the speed plus HP upgrade. I'm going to go down to 1 heart. And I know that sounds crazy and maybe even incredibly stupid. But there is another heart that I can snag. And I may actually spend some time on this Blood Bank, just kind of, or not on this Blood Bank, on this arcade, just kind of playing these to see if I can snag something that's a little bit more useful. We'll see, anyway. It's a little bit of a scary proposition, but it's nice to gamble early, I guess. Early and often, kids. I was kind of hoping to get Fly Love there, actually. That would have been a decent payout. Well, we got another chance at it. Of course, we are not particularly lucky as Maggie, so, hey, there we go. There's Fly Love, so we still have 22 cents. I'm going to play the Blood Bank. It's IV bag. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything with that then. My cat is freaking out behind me. What does this pill do, though? Luck up. Okay, I think it's good. Maybe. I'm always confused about luck. I'm just going to use a bomb to blow this up now that we're at 20 cents. That's a consumable plus an item from the next shop. And we're very lucky in that we picked up a key from that. So it's basically bomb for a key and a penny trade, which is a great deal in my opinion. So, what's the major problem with our run right now? Lack of, like, transient health. Like, lack of, consumable red hearts right now. So that's something that's very easily fixed, especially, since we do have Yum Heart. I'm feeling relatively confident about our health. We've got good damage, reasonably good at least, for this point in the game. We have the map, which is awesome as well. We have a lot of money. We have enough keys. And Book of Belial we will absolutely use to replace Yum Heart. So this solves another problem with Maggie, which is not so great damage output. And especially if we can find some things to augment this Book of Belial, for example, obvious ones being 9-volt battery Nun's Habit, then that'll be awesome. But there's a lot of items from the shop that I would also want as well. For example, a blue candle would probably... Yeah, we'll definitely take Curved Horn here. But blue candle would be better. Battery, there we go. So that's paid for itself, more or less. I kind of want to buy this other key for 3 cents, and we'll ignore everything else. But yeah, blue candle, even with the battery, I would still probably pick up, even though... Oh, no. I got out of there. I kind of can't believe it. Yeah, I'm not going to make it out of here yet. At some point, something's got to give there. That's really bad. And now I'm feeling like maybe I should go get that red heart that's available back there. Please. Okay, we made it. Now, I don't want to fight the boss straight away because I'm actually worried about my health. And I normally don't say that, but I am legitimately concerned about it right now. So I am going to go buy this red heart just to keep us alive a little bit longer. And now I'm feeling like I probably should have taken Yum Heart. But other items from the shop that I would want, of course, mostly include the compass. But I would still, welcome, obviously, a Nun's Habit and 9-volt at this point. Help us use Book of Belial a little bit more, and that would make it a substantially better item, even though it is already good. Okay, Odd Mushroom is a great pickup. The only downside there, obviously, it's a damage upgrade and a health upgrade as well. But the downside, of course, is that it does, I believe, that's my hunch anyway, it makes us a little bit slower And that's a little scary because we haven't gotten any speed upgrades over the course of the game. Now, it shouldn't be like a too damning of a factor here on the Catacombs 2, or sorry, Catacombs 1, but once we encounter some of the later game enemies, like obviously the Massive Infamy clones, then it may prove to be kind of a problem. Alright, I am totally gonna Book of Belial this room. We probably only have to hit these guys a couple of times each with the brunt of a quad shot to really simplify it. But I'm going to need this to happen fast so that I don't end up taking any damage. Okay, good. More money. And we actually are generating a nice amount of money as well. I kind of wish there were some red heart drops that I could... Oh, shit, I'm still alive. Okay. Well, there's the red heart drop, the money, and some bombs as well. Or a bomb as well, which is nice. And we will use one bomb to access this chest just because, well, now it's a, like, objectively great trade. We get a bomb for a key at bare minimum, and actually we traded a bomb for 2 keys, but we got a bomb back, so it was effectively we just got 2 keys for free. Decent deal. I think we should just go fight the boss right away, and I'm kind of hoping for an HP upgrade. A speed upgrade would be fine as well. Apologies for the coffee maker. Apparently everything in my apartment is making noise right now. Maybe my cat's like, the coffee maker's about to go off, you fool. Turn it off before you start your Isaac episode. Relatively easy boss to be fighting right now, which I'm very pleased about. And Book of Belial should make relatively short work of it as well. Yeah, we'll see what we get, basically. Tears upgrade is fine. I do believe Quad Shot slows down our rate of fire a little bit, so I'm happy to have it. And then we have the opportunity to pick up either the Razor Blade or the Mark. The Mark gives us 1 Spirit Heart. It's kind of... I find it worse than the Pact, but I'm going to take it anyway just because I think it's always foolish to pass up damage whenever you have the opportunity to get it. So we're going to be on Catacombs 2, which is a little scary, but that's fine. We'll hopefully snag some more HP upgrades. Now that we've had the IV bag pay out, yeah, there was no way I was getting out of that one without taking damage. But now that we've had the IV bag pay out, recall that blood banks will have to pay out with a blood bag. It might take a long time, but they have to pay out. So... we're going to hope that we get that, but we also want to go into that boss trap room. So I'm going to take myself down to that level of health, and then this almost gives us enough money to go to the shop. We'll see what we have in our boss trap room. Obviously, I am, of course, desperately hoping that it is... Okay, here's the deal. That sucks, and I may actually die as a result of that. I am totally going to pop Book of Belial here, but... actually, with the Spirit Heart, I definitely should not die. But, the crate is actually not that terrible, largely because the potential benefits that we get from it, mostly by way of the pill here and maybe the tarot card as well, are too valuable to pass up. So let's see what the pill is. Tears Down was not what I was looking for. I'm going to stick with the Curved Horn, and it is worth noting, of course, that this Judgment card could end up being the most valuable thing that I've ever seen in my entire life, if we can make it work on a deal with the Devil Room, which is what we'll save it for. Another 9 cents means that both the shop and this Judgment card could totally be viable on this floor, but for now, let's just move on. We are... oh, man. Okay, that's probably better than the Blood Bank. If I had known that that existed, I would have gone to that first. Making a pretty good case for going to every room before you choose what to do on a floor, but where's the fun in that, right? We'll take this key and move outwards, but this is a harrowing run so far, no question about it. I totally expect to run into greed on this shop, and that's okay. It has to happen. Now is, you know, I guess as good a time as any. So let's have this pop open. We'll see what the golden chest contains. It is a speed upgrade. Very, very welcome at this point. And that is not greed. And we have an interesting choice here because the blue candle has actually showed up. And honestly, I think the blue candle is substantially better than Book of Belial, even though we have the battery along with it. And I want to fight the boss first, just to save my money in case we end up needing this Judgment card for a deal with the Devil Room that comes after. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with that decision that I just made, I think. But I do think that the blue candle is possibly the most overpowered spacebar item in the game. And if I wasn't going to take blue... I got hit there? If I wasn't going to take blue candle, what I would probably want to take then is Book of Revelations, because I need the health at this point. So we can probably afford to spend money now. So I'm going to buy the Spirit Heart and then play the shit out of this Demon Judgment. Yeah, buy the Spirit Heart. Play the fuck out of Demon Judgment. Like, forget the Blood Bank. Demon Judgment is probably substantially more valuable now. And this is a big moment of truth. We haven't gotten any HP upgrades except for Odd Mushroom over the course of this run. The tarot card is Strength, which I'm not sure how that affects me here. Cain's Eye. I've got to watch out for trinkets here just in case I accidentally pick up the tick. That is a pill, which could actually prove very useful. We'll see. Pill is puberty. Okay, so none of those were really worth it. What we do now is come back here and get the remaining red hearts. Because we definitely want this Demon Judgment to pay out. I mean, you'll recall on the last run... Maybe we did win on the last run then, because I'm thinking now and I'm like, oh right, on the last run I spent 8.5 Spirit Hearts on Demon Judgment and it paid out with an item, I think it was the Game Key that I couldn't even use. So I definitely want to, you know, atone for that here. But, it's a pill, full health, maybe? I hope so. Okay, it is indeed full health, which is useful. I don't know if maybe the strength card is valuable here. I just don't know how to use it is the problem. Okay. Maybe the safety cap is a good trinket, but I like the damage upgrade from Curved Horn as well. And we finish it up with a dead cat. So, you know, it's fair to say this is probably not how I necessarily saw this going. Can I get this card without getting the trinket as well? Oh. It's like a package deal. I want Judgment and Curved Horn, but that's not possible. I can take Judgment and Kane's Eye. Okay. So, Guppy, the 9 lives from Guppy. Is there a way I can get value out of that by, like, scumming bosses? What did I get from this? There may be... I may try this. My thinking being... no, actually, you have to die on the boss room, so I don't know if I'd be able to make that work. Let's go to the item room on this floor. Is one of those full health? I'm not sure. Ideally, I wanna do this run legitimately, right? I wanna play it safe, because if I... do something that's ballsy and end up making a terrible mistake, then it's the end, right? Like, I just lose. And we do have some potential advantages here by way of this Judgment card that could give us a free deal with the Devil item, even though we don't have a lot of health. That compensates for it, right? Yep, we'll definitely open this up. Not what I wanted, but that's okay. Ooh, scary room. And it definitely feels like we're coming up to a point that will define whether or not this run is possible. And certainly, of course, I'm hoping it is. Please, okay, I was hoping it was a Spirit Heart. The fact that it's not is okay. That's another full health pill, which we'll just take straight away, just to manage our inventory a little bit. And Luckfoot, which always makes pills good. Okay, so now we should probably go back here and pop open where these pills are. Does Luckfoot also always make slot machines pay out with an item? I think. I can't remember. Anyway, they don't pay out with an item, they pay out with an item if you play them long enough. Not like on the chest where you can just, you know, blow them up. Okay, health up. That's a very good trinket for us to get here. Not trinket, but you know what I mean. And I don't think I'm going to take Guppy. Oh, we found the second secret room. If that's an Eternal Heart, we've made some good kind of swings here recently. It is an Eternal Heart. Wow. I don't think I'm... Well, obviously, at this point, I can't play the Blood Bank because I'll lose my Eternal Heart. But I don't think I'm going to take 9 lives either. I think I'm just going to leave, and that'll be fine. I realize we have a Strength card. I don't know how to use it effectively, so I'd rather not risk losing my Eternal Heart somehow. Judgment card is better to take down because we can use it for a deal with the devil at some point. And we made some interesting plays on this floor. The 2 health upgrades that we got right at the very end were incredibly, like, potentially game-saving for us. And Curse of the Labyrinth means we do only have 1 more shop remaining, which is a little scary, I guess, a little intimidating because there are many shop items I would like, but this is fine. I kind of want to go to the curse room right away. I mean, once I took damage from it, I guess I might as well. Okay, 2 health upgrades. That is definitely something I am pleased about. Of course, we've got to get something to fill these health upgrades, because I'm at, like, half health right now. And it's looking like Luckfoot is maybe one of those items that could potentially save our game, just by virtue of the fact that it's given us 3 health upgrades in, like, 4 rooms here, which is nuts. Moon card takes us directly to the secret room. We're fighting Super Greed, which means we will not be fighting Greed in the shop. And I'm going to go through with this fight entirely because, A, I need the money. And B, please refer to A. So, we do have 12 cents now. That might make it possible to go to a shop. I'm just going to connect the dots here so I'm... Oh, that was scary. I'm just going to connect the dots here so I'm capable of getting my Judgment card back, because it actually is pretty valuable. But we got the value that we needed out of that Moon card for sure. We're going to backtrack for sure and get that key, so don't worry about it. I'm just not going to do it right now, and we'll try to explore the top half of this map. We have enough keys to do what we need to do on this floor. The downside, and I haven't mentioned this, I'm going to use a bomb and a key here, but the downside is that there will be no deal with the devil room here, so I will be holding on to this Judgment card until the Womb Part 1 in order to possibly get the deal with the devil out of it. Because... the deal with the devil can only, on XL floors, I believe anyway, in my experience, show up after the second boss fight out of 2. And unfortunately, the second boss fight out of 2 here is Mom, which means, unfortunately, no chance for us to get a deal with the devil. Because, well, I guess if we teleport it out, maybe we can get one. But, you know, you understand what I'm saying. Magic Mushroom, all stats up. I have gotten the craziest luck over the back half of the run so far. Certainly, it's still very early, but the fact that I picked up so many upgrades here has me feeling very confident. And again, Northernlion's, you know, luck comes through again. It has been a pretty nice few runs from an RNG standpoint. There were some harrowing times over the course of this one so far. 2 of Hearts is not necessarily meaningless, but it's not meaningful right now. If we come across an arcade, it'll be amazing, because it could possibly snag us another HP plus speed upgrade. Although, at this point, I feel like my speed is absolutely adequate. Not that I want to get a big head about it or anything. Oh, get it? Because my lady looks really large right now. Well, I guess, you know, Maggie's not really a lady necessarily. It's just Isaac dressed up in female clothing, whether of his own desire or not. I'm not one to judge, so we'll pick up our key here, and hopefully there is a room of value up in the kind of upper middle here. Probably shouldn't stand that close. That was actually a very good blue candle shot, and we are at the point where it looks like my tiers are only doing a little bit less damage than blue candle. So, I'm very happy to be at that point. It's a quality problem to have. Be like, oh, blue candle's not crazy strong anymore. I like it, because it means that we're crazy strong. Anytime you think blue candle's not that great, you must be in a very good position to say so. And again, you know, easy rooms here. We're very lucky that we ran into the Depths XL as opposed to Necropolis, which would present a substantially greater problem. It's not necessarily unfeasible. I will pick up the sense. It's not unfeasible that I go through the remainder of this floor without taking damage. It's probably unlikely, but it's certainly not impossible. So this, if I didn't already have this achievement, it could be a decent chance to get the Dark Boy achievement, which I believe was the last one I ever got. So picking up 99 keys is amazing. That certainly means that we'll be able to open any golden chest that I've already been in the secret room. That was dumb. Waste of a bomb, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll be able to open any golden chest we come across, including the ones in the chest and any that we come across on the Cathedral and the Womb from this point onwards. I really like Blue Candle. It makes the zombies so easy. And otherwise, like, I very frequently find myself taking damage against the zombies. Even if you have something like a mom's knife, it's a little finicky, right? Like, you have to hit them bang on with it, or risk not getting the damage to actually proc. Free Compass is amazing here, and I would say we're in a very, very good position. Obviously, I don't have, like, permanent Polaroid invincibility or anything like that, but still, such a good assortment of items that we've gotten very, very recently that I think we may actually be carried here, which is pretty remarkable considering for a while I was like, this is the end. So, lucky me. I mean, it was only like 2 floors ago, or even 1 floor ago, and I was like, this is... It feels like this is going to be like the making point or the breaking point of this run, and it turns out it ended up being the making point. Maybe entirely because of, well, not entirely, but largely because of Luckfoot, which is something that doesn't happen all that often. So thank you very much, Luckfoot, and lucky find of that second secret room that gave me the Eternal Heart, and now I'm at 8 health and feeling pretty good about things. The 8th health, by the way, remember I do have Fly Love, which is why these flies are not really aggroed towards me, but the 8th heart came way of the all stats upgrade, so my damage is excellent as well. Again, this Judgment card is just taking up a slot in my inventory right now. It's not really going to be that useful for me immediately, but it's possible that that could change at some point. Even if I end up just using it as a traditional Judgment, that's fine. It could still give me an item. And we are going to get a 2nd level cube of meat here, which is one of the more, it's welcome, I guess. Let's put it that way. It's not the best item that we could possibly get right now. What is the best item that we could possibly get right now? Probably the ability to fly. Obviously, a huge damage increase would be amazing as well. There's the damage that I said I probably wouldn't take. And I'm not using, I should use Blue Candle here whenever he stops. Battery actually does sort of work with the candle. It obviously doesn't provide you with a crazy benefit, but it does make Blue Candle charge like a little bit faster, it seems anyway. Alright, Blue Mom versus Blue Candle means that she's going to have a Blue Christmas because we are going to absolutely destroy her here. She's already a little bit more than half dead. Kind of surprising how quickly this can work, but you know, it's the value of Blue Candle on this fight. As you can see, just tore her up. We'll obviously have to take the Polaroid down, which is kind of unfortunate, because we don't have any benefit from those Spirit Hearts right now. But easy enough. We have map plus compass and lots of good damage here. So, although I am tempted to go to that library, I'm not actually going to, because it's going to be very quick for us to speed through this floor. And again, if we get to deal with the devil here, some amazing things could happen. And we're very close to our boss room as well. Oh, bad damage. That lowers our chances of a deal with the devil a little bit. But, you know, we should be able to get some more red hearts to replenish ourselves here. I'm not concerned yet, but this is the run. As cocky as I might be being right now, things can change on this run if I run into 2 or 3 really bad rooms in relatively quick succession. It could cause me to lose this, and I'm not just, like, trying to play up expectations here. You know, every hit costs me 1/9 of my total health, and if we don't get red hearts to replenish that, that can have a very deleterious effect continuously. Please be fast enough. Okay. I'm not going to get the red heart, actually. It's a long walk. We got to waste a bomb. We probably want to save that bomb for the mom fight. So we have Conquest here. As mentioned, I'm very tempted to take a flying item. I said that a flying item would be the best thing that we could possibly get. But is it worth it at the cost of Blue Candle? Absolutely not. Okay, managed to not get hit there. The beams of light from heaven danced, like, completely around me. Please don't summon any more of those. Oh, okay, I'm fine. Get the blue candle ready, because if it actually manages to hit, that is enough damage to finish it off. Okay, well, we sadly get no judgment card. Or no judgment here. Which means that if I just use judgment now, I should be able to snag some kind of item out of him. So I'm not going to take the white pony, but there it is. And we'll see if judgment potentially pays out with something that is a little bit more valuable to me. HP upgrade, I don't even know what else. Devil card is good. Extra health is actually fairly important right now. More damage would be awesome. Obviously, a flying item, a passive flying item, ideally. But we'll see. He'll pay out eventually. The key is probably not the most valuable thing in the world. Even if we have to spend all 25 cents, not the end of the world, he may very well be the last judgment we encounter. Cool. So we got an HP upgrade out of him. That's fine. Down to Utero 2, and I expect that the Mom boss fight will actually be substantially easier than the Conquest boss fight, believe it or not. Probably in my best interest not to take the half heart that I just took there, just because it is going to cost me 1 permanent, or what, not permanent, but 1 Polaroid invincibility. But if that permanent invincibility ends up making the difference, that means I fucked up royally someplace else. So hopefully it doesn't end up being a determining factor on this run. Spirit Heart is nice, and we will just go fight our boss immediately. And it should probably be obvious by now, but I am not going to use this Devil card. This will end up being saved in order to be used on a harder boss later in the game. So, Blue Candle and the Bomb, not just the best name for a trucking duo of all time. Move over, Smokey and the Bandit. But also a very easy way to not only do crowd control, but inflict a fuck ton of damage here. And because of battery, it charges even a little bit faster, so I'm able to use it consistently. Now we'll probably save our remaining bombs and just fire away with Blue Candle, as well as our normal tiers. And one of the easiest Mom's Heart boss fights we've had in recent memory. I wonder if I could have used Judgment on that deal with the devil. That's something, I need to go to like BizSnap for that, because that's a very advanced question for yours truly. If you use a Judgment on the deal with the devil that only has a door down to Shoal, will you be able to get a deal with the devil item out of it for money instead of health? Good to know. You know, you learn something new every day. Hopefully, anyway. May or may not work. I was gonna say we're kind of lucky in that we have to go by our item room anyway to get to the boss room, so that, or sorry, not item room, our secret room anyway to get to the boss room. But I actually chose not to go to the secret room because those blue spikes were a little intimidating, in all honesty. So, as of right now, it's a weird run. You normally don't make it down to the cathedral and be this confident unless you have a lot of health, usually by way of Spirit Hearts, or, you know, a ton of survivability based on permanent Polaroid invincibility. But I've gotten so much in the way of surprise HP upgrades, and also my damage is so good, particularly by way of Blue Candle in combination with my shots, of course, that I really do feel like I have a very good chance of success here. Might not be automatic, but I'm in the running at least. So, I guess we will fight our boss straight away. I'm going to use the Devil card right out the back, because there's a totally reasonable chance that I will eventually get another one of those, or, you know, an Empress or an equivalent card that I can use on the Blue Baby fight a little bit later. So, the general MO for this fight, in my opinion at least, is, you know, you wait until Blue Candle's ready to go, and then you fire a shot, and then you fire some Blue Candle shots to kind of back you up as well. I've already been hit once, and I'll probably be hit a little bit more often, as you can see right there. But this will work reasonably well for me. I don't think this is going to be a comfortable win, although I might sound a little laid back right now, but that's just because I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind, which, you know, you should in an economy like this. Just, it pays to be fiscally responsible. But, which I think was really the ethos that Snoop Dogg was trying to espouse in Gin and Juice. But anyway, it's not necessarily going to be comfortable, but if we go into this boss fight with a reasonable amount of health, I feel pretty good about our potential chances. So, if we're going to get Bob's Curse or Mr. Mega individually, I'd rather get them together so we have more high damage poison bombs. We also get a speed plus range upgrade. More or less meaningless, and the blue candle is, you know, it might as well be poop, right? Because any spacebar item that is worse than blue candle, sorry, I should have said the white feather, might as well be worse than, or might as well be poop, because if any item is worse than blue candle and it takes up blue candle spot, then it's equally useful to us as that item. So I'm going to try to kill Gluttony last. It's always frustrating when you end up in this situation because you really want to kill Lust first, but, or sorry, yes, never mind. I had a little brain fart there. I totally did what I was saying was difficult. Anyway, we get one more hit that we can survive. Infestation is not the best item, but it is totally excellent to have gotten it. On this one, I think I'm going to kill Sloth last, actually. We already killed Gluttony last once. We got our health, and now we've, you know, traded that in already. But if I kill Sloth last here, I can get a tarot card, and... oh, free secret room. We already knew it was there, of course, but if I kill Sloth last... which is proving to be tricky because they're standing right next to one another. I should snag a tarot card, and that tarot card could have more value than just a single red heart. Well, we didn't get a tarot card. Well, we got a spirit heart, okay, and we got Bob's Rotten Head, which is, you know, not really worth anything to us in all honesty. We'll take Blue Candle with us instead. And we got double sloth here, or double super sloth, which should mean that we get a tarot card here. And again, I'm not overstating the value of these tarot cards. Again, if we get something like the devil card, if we get an empress card, the sun card would be amazing because we would basically have double our existing health, which is exceptionally valuable at this point in the game when, you know, there's only one good place to use it, and that's this blue baby fight. We'll see. That is a playing card, unfortunately. 2 of diamonds. I was afraid of that. Not necessarily the best card that we can get at this point. We've got 40 cents that we will never be able to spend on anything. Even 2 of hearts would have been substantially better than that, but it's okay. We're still in a relatively comfortable position. I haven't lost a ton of health on this floor. In fact, this is basically the same amount of health that I had when I came down to this floor, if I remember correctly. So, this guy's got to die, and we killed the spider by accident. Now, just don't lose a ton of health on the way here, and life should be reasonably easy. That's damage. I'm okay with taking that damage. That was hard damage to avoid. Oh, that damage should not have happened, though. So we are gonna, obviously, at this point, you should probably realize that we're gonna kill Gluttony last, because the extra HP is borderline essential. This is gonna be a tricky one. We might actually lose just at the very end here. Unfortunate after... oh, well, that's really convenient, actually. Unfortunate after a really good run like this, but we'll see. It's more up in the air, actually, now that we got that extra HP, which I probably did not deserve, but got nonetheless. Oh, almost dodged straight into that. And Daddy Longlegs is dead. We pick up another key. Sure, let's do it. I think we can win. Otherwise, I would have done a little bit more exploration, maybe found some more consumables or something, but I'm okay with this. So, if you're wondering, why am I running into Blue Baby when I get hit? This is because I believe I'll get hit more often, and during that brief period of invincibility, when I get hit, it doesn't hurt me, but I think it summons more flies from infestation. So, those flies are going to be potentially an important kind of swinging factor that can move this run into my favor. Maybe it doesn't work like that, but it doesn't necessarily hurt me to try, so why not? I've been hit 3 times, and we are in the 3rd phase of Isaac. It has me feeling relatively comfortable and confident, but... oop, be a little cautious. That was actually a really good blue candle. I meant for that to hit Blue Baby, but it actually just killed 2 angel fetuses instead. But that crowd control could potentially be even more valuable. So with taking this spirit heart, I don't believe we can lose this one at this point. 1 angel fetus, I have like 4.5 health, technically. Alright, that was another good run. As always, if you enjoyed this Isaac run, make sure to, I just checking to make sure I wasn't accidentally streaming to Twitch. Sometimes I do that. Luckily, I didn't accidentally drop like some kind of really offensive epithet or something like that. But if you enjoyed the run, make sure to click the like button. It does help me out a lot to realize that your support is there. Subscribe if you want to see more Daily Isaac. And of course, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.